Okay, so to answer this question, there's really only two things that you have to know. First, you have to understand what a mole is. So saying that there is a certain number of moles of a compound, in this case 0.25 moles of CO2, it's just telling you how many molecules of CO2 you have. Right? 1 mole is a certain number of molecules. It's like saying 0.25 is a quarter. So like let's say you said I have a quarter dozen of something. So you know a dozen is 12. So you just take a quarter of 12 and then you know how many you have. So a mole is a huge number. It's Avogadro's number. It's 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. So if you had 1 mole of something, that means you're saying that you have 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of that item or of that compound or whatever it is. So saying you have 0.25 moles, it's just saying you have a quarter of that number. So a quarter of 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. That's how many you have. But now here it's asking you how many. So first, let's just figure that out. So what is a quarter of a mole? So all we have to do is just take. All we have to do is just take Avogadro's number and multiply it by 0.25 to figure out how many molecules of CO2 are in a quarter of a mole. So let's just write that out. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd times 0.25. Now let's see what that is. And that gets us 1.5 times 10 to the 23rd. Okay, so that's how many, this is how many molecules of CO2. We now converted from moles to molecules simply by multiplying the number of moles by Avogadro's number, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. So now in every molecule of CO2, we have 2 oxygens. So for every 1 molecule of CO2, oxygen, we have to take the number of molecules of CO2 and multiply that by 2. And that would give us 1.5 times 10 to the 23rd times 2 is equal to 3.0 times 10 to the 23rd. And that gives us the number of molecules. Not molecules. Now we're just saying individual oxygen. So that's the number of oxygen atoms. And that's our answer. Hope this was helpful. All right.